worried about the prince. His life is in our hands. He believes in a world where people can make their own future, just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become a reality. And we're just chopped liver.
Huh? This looks like... Who are you?
Are you alright?
I had swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Oh,
So here you are at last.
Dorba.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there. What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
I need to get to
don't
the
like
cave.
this.
The smuggler that I'm sensing, I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry over to the hideout on the lower level. First, explore. It's the dead body of a resistance operative. It looks as though he didn't even have a chance to defend himself. Very. I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we all swarmed in on them as a big group like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on. How many fairies? It's a fairly old Yujif man. It seems he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the Royal Guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
We saw the prince though in the main character's inner mind.
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis, from the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
We look like the prince. Something about us reminds him of His Highness. There's some strange memory obfuscation. The prince appeared in our inner mind whilst we were wrecked by Luis's magic. Are we a manifestation of the prince? Before I go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body to rest. Is that what the prince was going to say? He said something because
going to
you
stay
are
here.
my... That's what he said, but we didn't hear the end of it.
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Maybe it's like some kind of elden magic?
I'm a little worried.
I need to get to the prince as quickly as I can. The prince is in the prayer room on the lower level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see him for ourselves.
It's nearly time.
Okay, this voice. Like, it did tell us something, you need the
Long
truth
have
or
I
whatever.
waited.
Beg pardon?
Hold on, did you really come here from outside the sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. Are you truly Elda? I mean, wouldn't they know us?
Hey, you.
Are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? It's all because of them that another calamity has befallen us. Now that I get a closer look at you, are you Elda? I had heard that the prince was the only Elda within the Resistance.
You must hurry. The time has come.
These Resistance members can keep on sacrificing themselves for all I care. It's not my problem. I guess that came out sounding a little cold. I suppose I can help carry the bodies away. There's too many for that old Yuji to handle all on his own.
What?
Right past the Storier's living quarters, Lady Grudet made it strictly clear that it's not to be opened under any circumstances. You heard me. Hurry along now.
All was for this day. There is still time.
Hello there.
Prayer room is located further in. At the moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause a disturbance. Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you had gone off to. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others, they're fine. It was just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to gather petals from the flower patch in the forest. Maybe
Sure.
later, okay? I'm still on a mission, so now really isn't the time to. You've changed, Gallica. You're even starting to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
Are you trying to be a person? You're strange now. Hi. People who brought the prince to this village call themselves simply the Resistance. They feared the name would spread a word of their existence. Their numbers have gradually dwindled, and after today's tragedy, Russell is all who remains. Hardly a resistance now. The truth is, during the attack, I crossed paths with the assailant. He walked right past me on the stairs outside. At the time, the only thing that struck me was his unusual garb. Otherwise, he walked by so casually, it seemed nothing was amiss. It was only afterwards that I found out that he had just massacred all those people. I tremble, even now, just thinking about it.
Hello.
Beyond the store is a place the organization has been using as a hideout. Or should I say it was beyond the door? Other than the elderly Russell, the rest of them are. Perhaps we brought this on ourselves, but still, it's all so dreadful. You're all from the outside, aren't you? Hey, mind telling me what's going on right now? Nobody will tell me anything. They'll just say, don't leave the house. I know the fires were scary, but it's all too much to be holed up like this. I, for one, have no intention of spending my life running between caves and forests.
Oh, it's you!
Beyond here lies the altar of secret history, the sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. Kindly refrain from making any loud noises lest you startle the fairies.
Come off it.
I've heard that the Elder are considered a sullied tribe to the outside world. Perhaps that's reflected in the current state of affairs. That child is royalty, yet his life has been defined by tragedy beyond anything that I have ever experienced. To think that there are those who would see such a child as no more than prey to be slain, to look upon a mere boy such as he and revile him, their souls are truly cursed.
Hey.
Russell, the prince is... Oh, Highness, for you to forfeit your life in order to save ours can only mean that we have truly failed you. There can be no atonement, no penance, to match the magnitude of our failure. To be completely honest, there are those within the Sanctum who think ill of both His Highness and the Resistance. But life is priceless. For him to have died in such a way at so tender an age, let us pray, so that such tragedy is never repeated. Offer your praise not to any idol, but to the God that dwells within.
Now what am I to do?
You can still buy.
This way.
No.
Your Highness.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica! You've returned!
Milady Gruade. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruade.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes, even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe.
So royal from 2 races.
She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... No, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, Milady Gruede? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
I hear that voice again coming from somewhere.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee. Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
I look now to the past. I see the roads I traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louise, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince,
He is no longer with us.
thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive.
We are his soul, aren't we? We are the manifestation of the prince.
So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm nobody.
Indeed. Thou art nobody, and thou hast nothing. To name but a few. Thy parents, memories of thy youth. Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I don't have a past.
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
My other self?
The trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they'd known I came from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? And the same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touted such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
See, my true identity is...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I am... the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey! What's going on?
What awaits us now?
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Not only Louis can resurrect. Ah, glorious.
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No. But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so, the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey. How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I feel a bit lighter.
Even the way we speak is different.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself, but I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then, that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material Magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Dracadios.
A mass of Magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure Magla.
Now, roaming the lands as a dragon would have been very fun. Everyone would have run off scared, but it would have been very fun.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
Yeah, I guess we had a right to the name.
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
I'm right here.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince?
I mean, there were 2 bodies and 1 is gone, so...
Please, please, forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
You threw me off a cliff.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Oh, Basilio, don't.
Captain. Same as always.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Hey, it carried the prince all through this journey.
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
There's still Zorba running around.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruaday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
Makes me think it's our, either our mother, or maybe the legendary hero where there's the scroll in Moore's office.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
And now that the prince and his will have merged together, he gets to have new memories because he's been in a coma for so long that he would have missed out on all this time. But he has been making memories, which is nice. He hasn't missed out.
Chiefess Gruaday, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Nice of Zorba to give us all this time.
Hey!
Russell? How could this be? His Highness, resurrected. This is a most joyous turn of events, of course, but I dare say my heart needs a reprieve from all these sharp twists of fate. To think he'd been alive and well, residing in a body composed from magla particles. He furthered his goals by storing his mind within another vessel, this reminiscent of His Majesty's royal magic.
Come off it.
Well, I'll be. Am I correct in presuming that you are the prince now? I hadn't heard of any Elder Boy joining the Resistance's ranks and going out on mission, so seeing you took me by surprise. To think that you are the prince's other half, fate is a fickle one. Prince's other half makes me think like a soulmate kind of situation.
Oh, it's you!
Beyond here lies the altar secret history, the sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. Lady Gruaday awaits you inside. Oh, and also please kindly refrain from making any loud noises lest you startle the fairies. Oh, you've told me before.
Oh, now this
There was
I
a really
can't
bright light, and
believe.
now there's a dead person who came back to life. Are all the royalty from the outside world like you? The outside world sounds ridiculous.
Oh, wow!
Is that you? Wow, long time no see. Oh wow, Gallica, the funniest stuff happened while you were gone. Your friend totally fell into a pond. It was hilarious. And then, get this. Are you busy or something? You look tired. We should talk more later though, okay? Alright, your friend is further in. I think you're late.
Oh.
What in the heavens? The dead prince is alive? Old Man Russell must be dumbfounded. If the rest of the resistance still lived, I wonder how they might have taken the news.
All very nice.
Never before have I seen such incredible magic. Your Highness, as I understand it, you managed to thwart 2 separate attempts on your life, correct? We Eldar are used to weathering our fair share of misfortune, and yet you evidently face so much worse. How could this be? Tis truly a miracle. Lady Gruide mentioned she'd caught wind of some manner of revelation. Could this be the late Queen's... Oh, you want to speak too. Finally awake, huh? I mean, come on, sleeping's great and all, but there's so much more fun stuff you can do while you're awake. You can collect pretty flower petals, go splash in the water. Super fun, right? Yes, that's exactly what I had been missing. Huh? Oh, it's you, Gallica. Yeah, long time no see. I'm so happy you're safe. A long time? Has it really been so long? I suppose you're right.
Wow.
Guess you didn't miss me much. It's been several months, you know? Several months? Oh my, Gallica is keeping track of time now, is she?
What?
What do you mean? A day, a month, a year. That's people talk. What does time matter to a fairy? You're almost like them. But I guess that's kind of cool. Oh wow, it's Gallica. I don't know why, but I'm so happy right now. Come on, Gallica, let's play. What should we do? What should we play?
About that.
I'm sorry, but I can't play right now. Another time, okay? What do you mean, can't? Are you really Gallica? Whatever though, when you can play, I'll be around. I mean, don't make noise so you don't disturb the fairies, but the fairies are the ones making the most noise. I've never felt more at peace than here. I've flitted around a lot, but this village, and especially this place, it's just so relaxing. Don't you agree?
Oh, it's you!
Right? There's just this aura that draws us fairies in. I wonder if folk like you feel the same thing.
And yet...
The village sure does have a lot of fairies, more than I've seen in other places I've been, actually. Yeah, we don't tend to stick around in one place for very long, but I guess this place is the exception. Isn't it just like a fairy to find somewhere we like and stay there for as long as we want?
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elda comes from an ancient word, meaning only the Old Ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea
Dragon.
of rightness.
And another one.
They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the World Before.
Well, if that doesn't put it into perspective, they fought over something invisible and they only destroyed themselves.
The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to the tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes. We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
That means the prince, that is to say, I am a scion of both the old world and the new.
It beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions.
As are most
They once
things.
urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names. Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There is weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides,
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out as though that's the natural order. New archetype. My determination to challenge the unknown has awakened the heroic embodiment of the prince.
let's do it.
If no one understands me right away, I accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions in the fight
Let's
to
fight.
come. That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis. He may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Everything.
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals. The beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Anyone can be turned into the human monster.
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome. What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts. They're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius.
And that is what his gauntlet runner is called.
A family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
As always, an antithesis to the main character, right? So, they're both from the village, both born here, both suffered from the fire. Although the fire was consumed because of our birth. So maybe he has some hatred for the prince as well because of that. Would make sense why he killed the king, because like the king didn't protect the village. Makes sense why he's against the church, because the church ordered the village to be destroyed. But he chose the dark route while we chose the light of hope. The road of hope. And also we both read the book and we learned different ideals from the book. So yeah, like the mirror image of the other side of the coin.
Who goes there?
Zorba?
Someone flees!
That's him, the malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Milady Gruide. That intruder came here to claim the prince's life. As it stands, his mission remains unfulfilled. In other words, the assassin hasn't fled. You should assume he lies in wait, biding his time for another opportunity to come at you.
I beg your pardon.
That sword once belonged to the prince, did it not? Though I suppose now that makes you its rightful owner. One glance and I can tell. You still use it even now, not only for combat, but for sword surfing as well. That sword was a gift from Her Highness, our queen, and your mother. She was quite skilled with it. Free-spirited as she was, she'd fly about the forest, much to the ire of Lady Gruide. Any doubts concerning your lineage are disproved by this blade and how you use it. You are indeed Her Highness's flesh and blood. By their very nature, fairies are magical beings who can recalibrate the density of their magla particles at will. If the need arise, they can make themselves practically invisible to those with a lesser sensitivity to magla. This is why Gallica goes largely unnoticed. It is also why fairies make excellent messengers. I dare say the Sanctum is the sole place you'll find this many fairies flitting around without concern for being hidden. Needless to say, this bond is a testament to the long-standing intertwining of elder traditions and magic. It's nice to hear more about our mother, because for the longest time the prince was always in conjunction to the king. But here, where his mother was like the past chiefess, she was the queen of the Elder. It is her that has priority.
It's too much to take.
The assassin came running out of that door. Who could have assumed that he was still hiding within the sanctum?
Oh, now this
That spell that went off was massive. I'm sure even the intruder wanted to know what was going on. Seeing as they came to kill the prince, they're probably after you. People from the outside world are mad.
What in the
I thought the assassin
blazes?
fled. What was he doing back here? Don't tell me you were followed. Yes, we were. An assassin who fled, his flow of magla bore little resemblance to a normal person's. It was unsettling. Please, be careful.
Awful.
What? Now what is it? Accursed scoundrels? Have you not stirred things up enough? Okay. Just because someone else does something bad, it's not my fault. Are you leaving to the outside? I don't like how the outside feels anymore, so be careful, okay? After all, you just woke up from the longest nap ever. See you later. Tactless, but, kind. That figure who just darted by, is he not the one who came to murder the prince? Ah, so the knave was hiding. He ran towards the stairs.